Yeah, no, it's definitely not about get rich quick. It's about get rich for sure. It happens over a period of time. It's incremental. It's not meant to happen overnight. And rich is not money. Wealth is not money. But I got news for you. I'm talking to you. You're going to need to use some money for the rest of your lifetime.
2022. What's the year look like for yourself? What's it look like for Ascendant Financial
Man, continued rapid growth. We're really developing an even deeper understanding of what the clients we have and the clients we want to have truly value, and really impressing our clients and bringing some unique tools and some unique education and some unique support to the marketplace for folks who aren't even, clients of Ascendant. And in other companies, I'm also the chairman of the Lowe family group of companies, and we're in different spaces, one of which being e-commerce. And so being in that space has been absolutely remarkable these past few years, and it's only going to continue to expand, from everything from our pack and prep facilities that support Amazon resellers, Shopify, eBay resellers, fulfillment by Amazon, fulfillment by merchant, Food and Drug Administration prior notice submission business that was born out of solving a pretty unique problem in the e-commerce space. And then, of course, our Amazon resale stores and just how amazing those are doing. So we're busy. We've got a YouTube digital marketing agency that's just launched here as well, YT Era. And that's going to be a game changer in the marketplace. And so there's a lot of good stuff going on. But, I have to really give credit to everybody who attended. We did a webinar just prior to the new year, and I hosted the webinar, and it was titled basically how to set goals for 2022 and actually achieve them. And that turned into a program where I'm meeting with people every Monday evening for the first 8 weeks of the year to be there to help coach and mentor people through it. And we had 151 people who came in and said, hey, I want to set goals for 2022 that I'm actually going to set out to achieve. I'm actually going to get them done. Because you've heard this expression, Peter. You've heard me say this early in the new year. Everybody's heard new year, new you. Nope. It's new year, same you. And so what are the steps that you're going to take this year to improve yourself, both personally, both professionally, and so on? And anyway, it's just awesome, man. I'm super, super pumped about this new year ahead. And for everybody who tunes into these on the LinkedIns and the Facebooks, make this year great. This is an amazing opportunity for you. And I know there's a lot of stress, a lot of pressure out there, and for many folks, anxiety and uncertainty. But I promise you, everything's going to get better. And you've got to be fully committed, to continuing to put one foot in front of the other and surrounding yourself with high ambition, successful, persistent, intelligent people who can help you along. So I know that's a pretty long answer to your question, but I've got so much excitement for this year, and I'm just so proud of everybody who's equally as excited, or perhaps even more, and really, really making a difference this year in the lives of other people.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's great. And what are we going to say specific to Ascendant? What new things are you bringing to the marketplace? Are you able to talk about that a bit?
Yeah, absolutely. We've got our client portal is something that are the clients that we presently have, love. And so we've got basically an open portal that's going to be launched where you don't have to be an existing client of Ascendant to take advantage of that whole treasure trove of resources that we've put into the portal, and that will continue to add to the portal. And this portal is focused, of course, in the area that we specialize in, the process of becoming your own banker, the infinite banking concept, archived recordings of all of our quarterly group client coaching sessions, step-by-step, paint-by-number tutorials on how to implement the process. And we're adding tools and functionality to the portal this year that are going to be mind-blowing. And so we're we're pretty excited because, we didn't want to, we decided after going through a year or so on version 1 of the portal that we didn't want that to not be available to folks who are not clients of Ascendant. We want the general public to have access to these great resources. And because we talk to people all the time, we say, oh yeah, I picked up a dividend paying participating whole life policy, or maybe a system of policies a couple years ago. Haven't talked to my advisor since. And we pride ourselves on that frequent, effective communication, education, coaching, mentoring. And the resources that are in that portal are just going to be a game changer for people who are not yet clients of our organization. Isn't that good?
No, it's awesome. And I think that's a key to any of this, right? Is whether or not you're, no matter what you're doing, is to always educate yourself first. And I think what really what we do at Ascendant is really, it's educate people first to enable themselves to be in control, to make those decisions, and, imagine things that they didn't think they were possible financially. And maybe just so we can kind of distill this back to someone who hasn't maybe heard this before, but we have lots of business owners, investors. I would, can you maybe distill down to what is the essence of IBC when it relates to an investor or business owner, but even how it could relate to their family, or even the business, how it could relate to their employees as well? Maybe I've kind of expanded that a little bit much, but
yeah, no, that's in simplicity. I mean, when you think about, regardless of what's happening in the economy, if the stock market is up or down, if the economy is receding or expanding, if the real estate market is growing or stagnant, if cryptocurrencies are experiencing volatility, regardless of what's going on in the economy, the process of banking goes on no matter what. And the question is, how much of that function do you control as it relates to your needs, whether it's personally or whether it's professionally? If you're a business owner or a real estate investor, how much of that banking function do you control as it relates to your needs? And the essence of becoming your own banker is to take control of that function, to recapture the money, the interest, the money that you're paying to banks, finance companies, credit card companies, for all those things that you need throughout the course of your lifetime, whether it's property, equipment, cars, homes, technology, whether you're buying a business, growing a business, all of those things that need the use of money in the form of cash, leasing, financing, whatever that may be. In your life today, if you don't control the banking function as it relates to all those needs, then you're going to end up continuing to transfer a whole lot of money away from you, away from your family, and away from every future generation that comes after you. And it doesn't have to work that way. Isn't that good?
Yeah, no, it's great. And I think that's where I wanted to make sure that was, talk to really go back to the core of what we do, because that's what it is, right? It's all about banking, but it's not get rich quick or any of those things, right? It's about capitalizing your own banking system, right? And
let me address, Peter, sorry to cut you off. Let me address that point. Yeah, no, it's definitely not about get rich quick. It's about get rich for sure. It happens over a period of time. It's incremental. It's not meant to happen overnight. And rich is not money. Wealth is not money. But I got news for you. I'm talking to you. You're going to need the use of money for the rest of your lifetime. And someone or some organization has control over a pool of capital that has to flow to meet some need at some cost. And so if you are earning an income, T4 income, dividend income, interest income, rental income, maybe you've built up a portfolio of crypto, you're selling some of it, you're receiving the proceeds, the money has to reside somewhere. And what most of you are doing is you're allowing that money to reside inside of an entity, a commercial bank that you don't own, that you don't control. The bank's not letting that money sit still. They keep the money in constant motion. And so for your purposes, it's dead money. For the bank's purposes, It's money that can be multiplied for the benefit of the stockholders of the bank, not for you. And so recognizing that truth that your money has to reside somewhere, and presently all of your income, regardless of the source, is flowing through the books of someone else's bank. I say that again, someone else's bank. What downside is there to taking control of that function and having the money flow back to your family? Have that money flow back to your business so that you can take advantage of more opportunities that will track you down. Whether it's investment in real estate, investment in crypto, investment in business, investment in yourself. If you have ready access capital, so capital available on demand on your terms, that's not going to take away any of your options. It's going to expand the options for you to take advantage of. And so the first place, the beginning of developing an understanding of this is to read R. Nelson Nash's book titled Becoming Your Own Banker. That book has sold more than 500,000 copies, and it's self-published. And the reason it's sold that many copies is because the process works. It works extremely well. We're about 14 years into our journey with it. We've developed a very peaceful, stress-free financial existence because we don't have to rely upon a commercial bank for anything other than the convenience of debit. Picture that. Picture that reality in your own life. How does that make you feel? Get your hands on a copy of the book. It's a 92-page read. It'll take you less than an afternoon to get through it, and it's going to open up your eyes to a whole new financial world. I promise you that.
Let's get specific on it, because I think, we hear there is a lot of, you're going to hear more and more. I think they said that, I read today, 24% of all businesses are going to accept crypto this year. And, there's a definitely, you're going to see the numbers grow, but I think maybe talk about, it could be crypto, it could be real estate, but as we have to deal with, we talk about profits from that business or an investment or whatever, there's going to have to be taxes that are going to have to be paid.
Right.
Is there a way that this process can help that as a...
Oh, goodness. Yeah. The process of becoming your own banker radically improves anything that you're already doing financially, because from that very place, you can invest in this case, crypto opportunities without interrupting any of the daily accumulation of your own money supply. And so if you put two people in the same room, so you got Peter and Jayson in the same room, and Peter has built his system of dividend paying, participating whole life insurance contracts. He's got an aquarium of cash value that's rising every day. The medium of exchange now happens to be crypto. Peter wants more of that medium of exchange. So he borrows against his accumulating value in his system, acquires more of that medium of exchange, and I don't. All that I do is just trade my own money for that medium of exchange. Who's going to come out farther ahead? Well, Peter's going to come out farther ahead all day long because he's participating in the opportunity without interrupting any of the growth of his own money supply. How big do you want that to be in your financial life?
On the tail end of the profit of that investment too. So when there becomes a taxable event, you have to now either sell some of it or use your own cash to do it. Instead, you're not using it. You're using that growing pool of wealth
as collateral.
Your taxes. Right.
Right. So you increase your collateral capacity, you increase your access to capital. And if you are extremely well capitalized, then you are in a far better position than anyone who isn't extremely well capitalized. And when people think about being extremely well capitalized, think about this. A real estate investment opportunity lands on my desk. I've got ready access capital. I can pounce on that opportunity right away. I'm well capitalized because I've put an emphasis on capitalization. Whereas someone who has a ton of real estate expertise, but is not well capitalized, they're over leveraged, but not well capitalized. Well, now they need to go to someone else's bank and qualify to access someone else's pile of money to participate in this same opportunity. So I'm compressing timeframes. I'm able to take advantage of opportunities that track me down. and I have ready access money on demand on my terms. I say that again, my terms, not someone else's. So who's in a position of control? You can do this too. It's not difficult. In fact, it's ridiculously simple once you know how. And that's where we're connecting with Peter, connecting with somebody who's an authorized infinite banking practitioner, somebody who actually, and I'm Peter, I don't mean to speak on your behalf, but someone who's actually practicing this process in their own life and taking a greater degree of control over the banking function as it relates to his needs. And that just continues to expand and expand and expand. And I'm going out on a limb, Peter, you can attest in all honesty and authenticity. I've not asked you this question. Has that moved you farther down the path of creating a peaceful, stress-free financial existence?
100%. It's definitely foundational to anything I do.
There you go.
You know, I think maybe we go back. I know you said you can, people can connect with me, of course, and I'm happy to do so. We do have a great team as well. Maybe talk about kind of structure of the team, who's all there, other beyond just advisors, right? We have a bunch of advisors, but then a whole support group comes with it.
Man, it really, I got goosebumps with you asking that question, honestly, in all honesty, because our team makes all the greatness happen. You know, we've got our amazing, what we now have amalgamated, or we had our client services team, our strategic assistants that provide such amazing support to all of our advisors. And we've amalgamated that into our client success team. And our client success team are absolutely the very best at what they do, making sure that all of our clients, their inquiries are addressed, their in-force service requests are processed, they're communicating frequently and effectively, taking great care of them, impressing them. Our advisors do an amazing job advising, helping people set out on their journey, expand their program, exercise their imagination on how to implement this in their lives. We've got a great operations and marketing group who help us get the message out there to the marketplace so that we're seen and heard everywhere. That's what being part of a great team is all about, because you get to succeed together. You get to grow together. You get to win together. And you don't have to be the chief cook and bottle washer in the business. You don't have to do all that work by yourself. You get to operate in your unique ability, do the things like I wouldn't be able to do a full Friday content day if I was an advisor, an operator, a marketer, a client success team member, client services team member, an assistant, and the list goes on. My Friday would have no room for content creation, but I get to operate now in my unique ability and do the things that bring me so much energy and fascinate me, because I'm working alongside such a great team. And Peter, you would agree with this too. You wouldn't be able to cash flow Canuck and do all these LinkedIn appearances and interview such great people if you had to do all the other work that would consume all of that valuable time.
No, there's just no way. And I enjoy what I do. I think that's because I freed myself up from so many things that don't energize me. But
well, you've heard the expression, teamwork makes the dream work. Have you heard that before?
Yeah.
You know, for us, it's teamwork makes our clients succeed. There's no dreaming going on. This is practical implementation, coaching, mentoring, educating, and helping our clients succeed. That's who we're accountable to outside of each other. As teammates, first and foremost, we're accountable to each other. And then secondary, we're accountable to you. If you're a client of ours, great. That's who we're accountable to. And man, there's nothing more satisfying than achievement in teamwork. Time and time again.
And the team is growing this year. How can people find out more about potential opportunities?
Oh, wow. It's, I would say reaching out, connecting with us at ascendantfinancial.ca. Again, that's ascendantfinancial.ca. And if you like what you see and you like what you hear and connecting with Jen Colliday. She's our director of team operations. She's amazing, and she helps facilitate people's, journey of discovery of what an opportunity looks like with our team, and whether or not there's a good fit there, mutually. And yeah, we're growing big time this year, and we're always looking for great people, to help us in that endeavor. And that's part of my responsibility as the current CEO of the company, is that I'm responsible for finding and bringing on great talent and strengthening our team. I'm not looking for a great fit in our group. I'm looking for the right addition. And so if you feel that after discovering more about us that you would be able to add something to our group, then get in touch. We'd love to hear from you.
How can people get in touch with Ascendant? What's the best way to follow what Ascendant's doing, how they're connecting with people, all about the process, whether it's a website, YouTube channels, all that?
Oh boy, thanks for asking that. As always, it's most appreciated. The on YouTube's, so if a person likes the YouTube's, that's where people go to learn. Then visit two channels. The first channel is titled Banker's Vault. Again, that's Banker's Vault. The second channel is titled Wealth Without Bay Street. Again, that's Wealth Without Bay Street. So on the YouTubes, that's where we would encourage you to go to learn. We're posting 2 videos a day on Banker's Vault, and we're posting a podcast episode on the YouTubes once a week on Wealth Without Bay Street. And then on the Facebooks, if you go to Ascendant Financial, you'll find us there, of course. You can also find us at Wealth Without Bay Street on Facebook. And we also have a private Facebook group that you may want to opt in for and apply for membership. And oh goodness, we're all over the Instagrammies, the TikTokers and things like that. So if you're on social media, we're not hard to find, in other words. But the YouTube channels and the Facebook platform would be a great place for you to stay in touch and to continue to get a deeper glimpse into this amazing process of becoming your own banker, the infinite banking concept.